So have it right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone is doing well winning live. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell ding dong, let's have it right so you know when we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership down below in the description. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras, salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see, and salute to the no surrender mentality. So before we get into it, make sure you go down in the description. We've got the link to my stream earlier today, Blame Game at Chelsea with Eunice. Talks football, talks minerals, and six minerals landing with George Benson. So make sure you go and check out that stream. It was elite, absolute facts spoken, and it needs to be heard. So make sure you do go and smash a like, put a comment, and we would love to hear your thoughts on what was discussed on that stream. Now, in terms of today, I want to address something in particular. Cole Palmer. Let me get it up very quickly, just so that you can see what we're gonna address right now. Yeah, Cole Palmer has decided to go on Instagram today, and he's put enjoyment where he scores. I think that's against, is it Everton at home? He scores a wonderful goal. Last year that was under who? Jellyfish Pochettino, Bottletino. But he's put enjoyment. Now, a lot of people are going to go with the straight up direct view and judgment that what's he doing here? Is he calling out Enzo Maresca? Is he saying that he's not enjoying football under Enzo Maresca? Yeah, he could be saying that. I think, he played freely. What's he also saying? Where did Cole Palmer play last year? He played predominantly on the right wing, where he got 43 GA, set Chelsea alight, set the Premier League alight, made Baldiola, who's completely brainwashed every manager and everyone that's worked under him to just play his philosophy, and they can't execute it the way the genius can. Let's have it right. You can take pieces from geniuses, but you'll never replicate a genius, bruv, because you're not that genius. You're not the one that's actually the king of it. You know what I'm saying? You're just a little puppet. The reality is Cole Palmer played on the right, and where's he playing under Enzo Maresca? Relentlessly in the number 10 position. I've said it countless times. If you want to get the best out of Cole Palmer, you play him on the right. That's where he's most dangerous. Last line of defence. If you man mark him, you're leaving gaps in the middle of the pitch, and you're pulling defenders towards him. And he's deadly. Let's have it right. This year, well, since January, is it early January? That was his last goal that he scored. He missed a penalty as well. He's bagged an assist or two, and that is it. He's playing number 10. He's also had an injury issue. I think he's still playing with pain. And you're playing him as number 10. He's not a number 10. He's a right-sided player. You could even put him on the left. That's where he's most dangerous. That's where the minerals land. So straight away, Cole Palmer is letting Enzo Maresca know there, yeah, I'm not enjoying my new role in this team, even though I was bailing you all out in the start of the season, scoring 4 goals against Brighton at home, scoring 2 goals, assisting galore, when it was all rosy. The reality is the season's not gone on like that because of the obvious deficiencies in the team, in the squad, the yes man that we got, the low standards, the no mentality, the no experience or leadership in this team. So Cole Palmer is firing shots at Maresca, but he's also firing shots, in my eyes, to the ownership about maybe he's not enjoying life at Chelsea. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe he's not enjoying the fact that we are struggling to make top 5, that he's been sold a dream and a project and it's not come to fruition. In fact, we're on a decline. Maybe he's actually not enjoying life at Chelsea. Maybe he's thinking, yeah, I might want to cut off here. I might want to go to another club that's serious about competing and challenging, and I want to win trophies, and I want to play Champions League. And Cole Palmer's worthy of playing Champions League. However, he's had a blockbuster season under Pochettino, and this season he's on a decline. He's nowhere near the numbers that he got last year. So that's a worrying sign. What is it? The AI data that's picks the team lineups for this fraud of a manager that wants to blame supporters for conceding goals, blame supporters for the way we play football, blame supporters for the environment. No, it's the environment at Chelsea behind closed doors is the reason and the sole reason as to why this team plays the way it does, the way the squad's been assembled. The culture at the football club is a cancel culture. It's a yes man dictatorship built by design with the layer cake based upon the debt, which is why we got the model that we got. And I'll keep saying it. And I don't care if you think, oh, I'm doing a parrot, but I'm a beautiful parrot. Let's have it right. I've got colour galore, bruv. You understand me? Drink it in. Drink it in. The environment at Chelsea is toxic. Now the environment at the ground is toxic because supporters have had enough. It's a build-up of over 2 years of mediocrity, of no serious competitiveness, of no clear identity, no clear development, no progression, no Champions League football, no trophies, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, Cole Palmer, rightly so, being our best player last year, I think Casado's our player of the season this year, the most consistent, and I'm going to give it to him. But Cole Palmer and Casado have literally carried this team. And the team's not good enough. The manager's not good enough. The spine's not there. 1.5 billion spent. The spine's not there. Cole Palmer's looking around. Last year, when he was bagging 43 GA, he had better players around him. These players are not there at Chelsea no more. So I think Cole Palmer is firing shots, not just at Enzo Maresca, who, let's have it right, should be sacked immediately. How dare he blame the supporters? I mean, that is disgusting. And once you do that, there's no coming back from it. And I think against Fulham, it's going to be even more toxic, let's have it right. And rightly so, we need it to be, because we need to make a stand now. We need Blue Co out. Then you look at the way that the team's playing and the fact that we're so over-reliant on Cole Palmer. You know, he can't do it on his own. So bottom line is, respect to Cole Palmer, Land and Minerals. I've got his back. I don't want to hear that people are blaming his mentality and all this nonsense, and that maybe he's not as good as he is. No, he's an absolute baller. He's class act. He's got all the minerals to go to the top elite level, world class. He's just not playing in the right environment. He's not playing in the right team with quality around him to enhance him and to help the load off his shoulders, bruv. That's the facts. Now, in terms of talking about the squad, it broke out today that Chelsea right now are prepared to sell as many as 17 players this summer to try and raise 500 million euros. Because obviously, the debt we're maxed out on debt. They got double-digit interest rates. We're probably not going to get Champions League football. Let's have it right. Even though mathematically it's possible, it's not with the fixtures we got. That's the context there. And the reality is they need to raise capital to get in the market because they haven't got a pot to piss in, the penny pinchers. Although we've got 90 players on the roster. Work it out. You're not buying quality, you're buying quantity because it's a stock market and you want to trade. The names that have been put on this list, Reece James. I said yesterday, I've been saying it for a long time. He's their ticket out to go back in the market. He's the golden ticket. Reece James, pure profit, 60, 70, 80 million, whatever they can get for him. He's also on 250 grand a week, so they want to lower the wage structure. They want Reece off the books. That's why they're wrapping him in cotton wool and they're not playing him in must-win games, even though he's our skipper, even though he's one of our own, even though he's world-class. He's the best right-back we got, right centre-back we got, let's have it right. And he's proven winner at Chelsea. He's Cobham through and through, and he's our captain. That's a disgrace. And if you're going to accept that because Al Reece can't stay fit, then I don't want to chat to you. You're part of the problem at Chelsea, and you're the enemy as far as I'm concerned. Wesley Fofana, that goes without saying, their player. Noni Madueke, their player. They tried to sell in summer. Mykhailo Mudryk, let's have it right. You what's it? Usain Bolt, what we doing? Yeah, the Ukrainian Bolt. Taking performance enhanced drugs, which don't enhance his performance. Have it right. Christopher Nkunku. We've already got Felix out there. We've got Viego. We're going to have Wedding Hall, Drewsbury Wedding Hall. Who else on the list? Trev Chalobah. Chelsea are ready to do a 50 million cash player deal to recapture Mark Guy this summer. Palace want 70 million for Guy and would be willing to accept Trev Chalobah, who Chelsea value at 30 million as part of the deal. That's what they wanted to do in the January transfer window, but Crystal Palace wouldn't do it. And Chelsea brought him back after we heard that Trev Chalobah doesn't suit Enzo Maresca's way of playing. They banished him, exiled him for pre-season from the car park, from the training ground, from the canteen, from the senior team, banished him under 23s academy, and he had to park outside completely. Yeah. To then only bring him back because they realised they couldn't do a swap deal game. Now they want to do tradesies, swapsies like they do in baseball, Moneyball. Everyone's seen Brad Pitt in Moneyball. That's the way they go. Based on data, based on AI now in this day and age, and based on player trades because they ain't got money to go out in the market. And Gray's not even top level. I would argue Chalobah is better than Gray because Gray couldn't even get in at Chelsea's Romans team where Chalobah could under Thomas Tuchel when Gay was at Chelsea. So have it right, which is why he's at Crystal Palace. So that tells you the shambles there. And all the players, there's many more that they want to sell, like Jackson we've heard about. We've heard about Jackson because if they want to get in a striker, and talking to strikers, it's heating up with Man United and Delap because all you lot Delapping it up, you'd rather have Delap than have an Osimhen or a Gyökeres, who we ain't going to get because of the wage structure and the transfer fee, and the fact that we're not competitive on any level, on any elite level when we were before these clowns bought us. Make sense of it. The fact that you're going to go and try and sell Reece James, and he's on that list when we saw the list before that, all right, tells you how far in the gutter we are and where we are as a football club. And the fact that they're all their yes men, free managers, and now we got this guy who's a fraud calling out the supporters. Disgrace, man. Get him in the bin. Sack him right now. I don't want him anywhere near the dugout. That's my stance right now. Yeah? We've got Fabrizio Romano tweeting about Julian Alvarez makes it 25 goals for Atletico Madrid this season so that's 30 GA, but we couldn't go in the market to get him because you wouldn't pay the 80 million or 70 million. Oh, then we don't want to stop the development of Nicholas Jackson, bruv, who has gone now, 14 games without scoring a Premier League goal? Get in the bin. Have a day off. What are we doing here? All a long way from Starbucks, bruv. And they said the same thing with Victor Osimhen and Jackson, bruv. It's embarrassing. And this tips me off the edge, bruv. Yeah. Chelsea are closely monitoring the development of Jorginho Ruta, yeah, and have added him to their shortlist for the next transfer window. The 22-year-old versatile forward is currently out with a foot injury, but has had a strong season with Brighton, scoring 8. So now we're resorting back to Brighton, the model, the benchmark. They don't win nothing. They don't compete, but they make profit. Ed Barley says, our club was poorly run on a sporting level, financial level, marketing level, data level, you name it, bruv. All right, trying to mug off our Don Roman, who's the greatest owner in world football at Chelsea. Let's have it right, yeah? Most successful gaffer, yeah, ever, all right, at our football club. And you want to keep going back to Brighton because that's what Winstanley, that's his level, and Stewart, that's all they know. They never managed, directed at an elite football club. They've got no experience. They're incompetent and they ain't qualified to do that. And they're still bulletproof in a job. Like these managers, all these yes men are all bulletproof. But at the end of the day, they're executing the job that is given to them, all right? Because they know what the debt is. They know what the financial figures have to be and what the targets are. That's why they're not going to go. Because no one who loves football or is experiencing football of an elite level is going to want to join this project and join these clowns who are running our football club into the absolute gutter on a sporting level and a financial level, on all levels, mate. Yeah? So, yeah, Siri Merchant Barley, shut your gob. You're in the mud. Roman Abramovich, you'll never be a Don Roman. Let's have it right. The whole lot of you on Blueco. The fact that you're shopping at Seagull Merchants again, like you did for Sanchez, their third choice goalkeeper, and you want to make him our number one, and he's gone all weak at the knees and buckled under the pressure of the Chelsea supporters. And that's what I'm saying. Pressure makes diamonds. How long are you going to accept all this? All these transfer rumours, all this dross. It's embarrassing that we're going out looking for a forward who's 22 years old from Brighton and probably pay a premium price for him. I thought you're copying Brighton, so go and do what Brighton do. Go and buy these players for tuppence, yeah? and make them and sell them for 50 million. You're not even you can't even execute the Brighton model because you can't do that at Chelsea, mate. Yeah. And you still have to do it because they can't change the model. And that's the facts, mate. They are the facts. And now we got Siri Merchant Barley saying one of the most powerful owners of Blueco, well, he's the majority shareholder, and he's the one calling all the shots at Chelsea. This clown, yeah, was at the game on Saturday evening for Strasbourg. He met Strasbourg fans and told them, we're going to play Europe every year and we're going to invest to play Europe every year, all right? But he doesn't say that for Chelsea. Doesn't even come out of Chelsea. In fact, Stevie G saluted a proper Chelsea heritage, bruv, yeah, who come out and told me that Barley went and sat with the ultras, bruv, because he's trying to calm it down, because Blueco protesting every single game. They go silent for 15 minutes of every single game. They've got banners in the ground and they're protesting. And they still want them out, even if they get Champions League. That's the mentality us Chelsea have to have. Now, isn't it enough is enough? It's not going to get any better. They are exiling their own players that they bought, so make sense of that. The players that they're selling, we were told we're here for the future, a part of the project. They're getting rid of them. Let's have it right. They're in a financial pickle. They need to make that profit. And that's the reality. That's where we are at Chelsea. That's where we are. And it's not going anywhere in a positive light. And I'll tell you this now. We lose to Fulham, mate, it's done. Yeah. And the one that just tells you why nothing's changing is Lawrence Stewart and Winstanley enjoy the support of Egg Barley, who calls all the shots. Chelsea co-founder, most influential voice at Chelsea. So, like I always say, you can come at the manager and sack him, doesn't solve the problem. You can sack the directors, ain't going to solve the problem. You have to cut the snake's head off. You need to go to the top of the layer cake. And we need to decimate it. We need to exile them. They're the cancer at Chelsea, Blueco. They're the cancer of football. So, win, lose or draw, Blueco out. I want you all smash the like button. I want you all put your comments down below and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll leave you with the one and only, where we hold the standards. Do not drop your standards for no PR. The PR is a joke. So have it right. And these journalists, they lie. All this PR we're hearing because what? It's getting toxic at Chelsea. And now the owners are scared. No Champions League football, no front of shirt sponsor still. All right. And they didn't need a front of shirt sponsor because the Chelsea supporters have been sponsoring them, and all the blue ticks and all the brown envelopes and all the journalists been sponsoring them. Sponsoring this failure of a project. A project's not for football, just as Nagelsmann said, just as Enrique knew it, just as Tuchel knew it. So let's go with the goats in the game, the experienced ones in the game, and trust the football man and not trust the brown envelopes that don't know nothing and are only interested in how much they can get, yeah, to put food on the table. So we have to get them out. And that's where we go. That's what we stand on business on this channel. Win, lose or draw, Blueco out. Salute to all the ultras. No surrender. Let's have it right.